Good morning. I'm Christine Suh. Welcome to this news briefing from the 250th National Meeting and Exposition of the American Chemical Society in Boston. We're joined today by Dr. Stuart Licht from George Washington University. He's going to talk to us about a new approach to removing CO2 from the atmosphere, turning it into carbon nanofibers. Dr. Licht.
Thank you very much. In the animation here, we show electrodes immersed in molten lithium carbonate. Electricity is applied, simple electricity, between the two electrodes. At the lower electrode, the cathode, the lithium carbonate, common substance, is split into carbon and lithium oxide. This carbonate at the upper electrode simply releases pure oxygen. The lithium oxide that was formed at the lower electrode reacts with the atmospheric carbon dioxide to make more lithium carbonate. And by this means, the lithium carbonate is continuously replenished. The simple overall reaction is that carbon dioxide comes in from the air and carbon is made at one electrode and oxygen at the other electrode. But this carbon is in a very special form. It's in the form of carbon nanofibers. And the chemistry, the specific chemistry, is very straightforward, very simple to make the carbon nanofibers, and it's delineated in our new publication. It's available free online as an open access article. The reference is given in the animation. Also, if you're interested in the specific chemistry, just shoot me an email. My email address is also on that animation, and we'll send you the full 2-minute animation of that process. Carbon nanofibers are a very valuable product, as opposed to coal, which costs about $40 a ton, or graphite, which costs about is worth about $1,000 a ton. Carbon nanofibers are worth on the order of $25,000 a ton. We think this gives a very large impetus to convert the carbon dioxide directly into carbon nanofibers from the atmosphere, and provides a reasonable path to bring down the carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere. Today, carbon nanofibers are used in carbon composites, such as in the Boeing Dreamliner, the lightweight replacement for the body of the plane instead of aluminum magnesium alloys. There's a variety of applications for them, and we believe that this process will substantially bring down the price of carbon nanofibers, driving up the need, the demand for them. We believe the carbon nanofiber market is just at the beginning, the same situation as the plastics market was at the beginning of World War II. It's about to take off. There'll be a wonderful variety of applications, from building materials to renewable energy uses to nanoelectronics. And with that, we provide a wonderful buffer to store the carbon dioxide that was in the atmosphere into a stable, compact form. But it's a very straightforward process and very easy to scale. Our initial experiments were on the order of 1 amp. The 1 amp provides about 0.1 gram of carbon nanofiber per hour. We've scaled up more than 100-fold to well over 100 amps. At 100 amps, we make 10 grams per hour. This is part of a sample from our 100 amp run of carbon nanofibers produced. In scaling up more than 100-fold, there is no extra loss in energy per unit mass of the material, so it scales up very, very easily. The entire process is quite low energy. The carbon nanotubes and carbon nanofibers, a subset of them, are graphite layers which have arranged themselves into very small fibers. We purposely add a very small amount of a transition metal. I'm sorry if I'm going a little bit tech here, but including nickel, cobalt, copper, or iron. Specifically, nickel is shown in several times in the paper, but the other ones too. These small concentrations produce little islands of metal, tiny islands of metal on that lower electrode, on that cathode. Those tiny islands give us a wonderful base from which the carbon nanofibers grow. So they grow out from there. And so in the paper, we show two things: that we can make a profusion of different shapes and sizes, and we show conditions by which we can make very specific, uniform carbon nanofibers also. And I think we're under a bit of a time constraint, but different applications have different characteristics. You want strength for the batteries. You want to have short nanofibers so that the lithium ions can get in. For strong epoxies, you want moderate length carbon nanofibers of certain dimensions, and for a woven cloth, you want longer ones. So it depends on the application.
All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much, Dr. Licht.